Hey everybody. So we've been working on this little May basket thing, this multi-part origami project. So we've got our little easy mode lilies here that we folded and we placed into this green sanbo, okay, box, and that was like our leaf and stems, okay, and we used a 12-inch by 12-inch piece of paper to do that, and so I often fold a little Masu box, which is another traditional Japanese box fold, okay? And it goes right over the end of your sanbo, okay? And that's like your flower pot. It gives a little more strength to it because the sanbo is kind of, it's kind of floppy right here, but it also just makes it look like it's in a little terracotta pot if you use reddish brown, okay? So let's fold the Masu box and go from there. Now, if you used a 12-inch piece of paper for your sanbo, you actually want a 9-inch piece of paper for your Masu box, okay? So you want to decrease it by 25%. So like if you used an 8-inch piece of paper for your sanbo, then I think you want a 6 by 6-inch piece of paper for your Masu box. So I don't know. I'm not that great at math. You can work it out or just try it and see what happens. So for our Masu box, if we have paper that has color on one side and no color on the other, like this scrapbook paper, we want to start with the color we want to show up. So color up, and then we're going to do what should hopefully be familiar to you now, the cross fold, okay, and then flip it and do the X fold, okay. So we're going to go that way, okay. And then if you watched the sanbo video already, this next part is called a blintz fold, okay. So we're going to open that up, and blintz fold means we're going to take the outsides, the corners, and line them up with the middle and fold these triangles into place, okay. So we do all 3 of those, all 4 of those into the middle, okay. So that's our blintz fold, okay. Now to get ready to make the box, we're going to fold as rectangles. So if you look closely on your paper, you'll see a line here that is the crease that was on there, and so we want to take this edge and fold it all the way up to the middle, okay, and fold it across, and then we're going to take the top edge and do the same thing. I find it easier to flip the paper over and fold from the bottom like this, okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we've got those 2 pieces folded in, okay, like cabinet doors, right, to the middle. Open them back up and do the same thing on the other side. So if these are my verticals here, I'm going to do the same thing with the 2 other sides. So I'm going to do all 4 sides, and then I will have this square pattern going on here. You've got a little square, bigger squares, everything's coming together. Then we're going to pull out 2 sides, okay, and then we're going to fold up the edges. So fold them over and crease them, okay, along those creases, and they're going to start to stand up. These are going to be the 2 edges of, these are the 2 walls of our box, okay. So it kind of looks like a boat right now or something, okay. Now this is where people start to drop off a little bit. This is the trickiest little move here. So what I want to do is I want to fold these down, and I want to lift this part up, okay. And once you figure this out, you won't have trouble with it. But what you want to do is press those 2 parts together so that they almost touch each other, and then lift up here, okay? And that's going to form the wall of the box. Then I'm just going to flip this part down into there, okay? And that forms the 3 walls of the box, okay? So press in to get those to touch each other, and then pinch it, squeeze it, lift it up, until it closes, and then flip that part over and fold it into place. You can sharpen up the corners by taking your fingers and just rubbing that edge a little bit and sharpening up the corners. That's all there is to the Masu box, okay? Then you have that nice little box. And if everything works out, and this is 25% smaller, right? This is 12-inch paper, this is 9-inch paper, then theoretically we have a pretty good little fit there, and we can get those to slide into each other, and that can be our flower pot, and this can be our stem and leaf in green, and then we can put our little origami lilies in there and have a cool little flower arrangement, okay, all ready to go, okay? So that works out pretty cool. In the next video, we're gonna do something a little bit different than easy mode lilies. We're gonna do what I'm gonna call the hard mode lily, okay? This is gonna be a little bit trickier, okay? And then I actually use a little bit of glue to glue this in, and this is kind of interesting. A little different fold, a little more complicated. So we'll do the difficult mode lily, okay? The hard mode lily in the next video, okay? So hopefully your Masu box is going okay. Try those out, fold them a few times, and you'll get pretty good at it. And once you're pretty good at it, you can fold those boxes in a minute, sometimes less than a minute if you're working pretty fast. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.